Hello, my old school soul food family. Chef Jeffrey back with another video. All right, y'all. It is Vlogmas Day 9. All right, y'all. Got my new chef jacket on. I done changed. Got another one here. We into the 9th day. This is going to be fancy, y'all. We can really elevate your knowledge, your cooking knowledge, your procedures. Like I told you in December, your flavor profiling with this recipe right here. We're just to make some old school. Well, it ain't old school, but I got to put old school on it. Shrimp bisque. Now you can see a lot of recipes. You can see, go on YouTube, that thing called YouTube, and if you don't believe me, go on YouTube and search shrimp bisque. There are 1,000 different ways to make shrimp bisque, but I promise you there's only one classical way to make it correctly. You got people just throwing, I've seen it. They put heavy cream in the pot with some shrimp, with some tomato paste, and boil it, put some maybe some shrimp stock, shrimp base in it, and say, oh Lord, that's shrimp bisque. No, it's not. A classical bisque, whether it's shrimp, crab, lobster, it doesn't matter. Takes a while. It takes maybe 2 hours to make classical. And it's going to take me 2 hours to make this, but at the end result, it's going to be flawlessly flavorful. I hope y'all take time and make this for Christmas. That's because it's Christmas, like I told you, is special. And it's something I would like y'all to really take time out. Just like my giblet gravy and my stuffing for Thanksgiving, the stock that I make takes so much time to make, but it's very important. And a lot of y'all have told me the stock that I made, that y'all made, it's a game changer. And that's what this is. Let me show you what's in it. And I'm going to step off and kind of fabricate some things and get it ready. I got to make a mirepoix. Mirepoix, all it is French for you're doing carrots, celery, and onions. That's what mirepoix is. That's all it is in French. And I'm going to show you the procedure here. Also, shrimp. Now, I got some nice gulf shrimp here with the shell on it. It doesn't have to be big shrimp because we're going to cut them in half anyway. But the shell is very important because that's what's going to make a nice, flavorful stock is these shells. Just like a bones for the turkey stock and stuff, these shells is a game changer. If you're making crab stock, of course, you're going to use the crab shells. If you're making lobster, you're going to use the lobster body. Same concept. We need cream. We need a little tomato paste. We need shrimp stock or fish stock. I don't have that, so I got the next best thing. See that shrimp base there? That's also going to make my shrimp stock. I like a little fresh thyme in it. It's only fresh herb that I use is thyme. And that's pretty much it, y'all. As a procedure, putting this thing together, and the end result is 2 ways also that I make it. I'm going to make it uncroute, which I absolutely love. I love when that puff pastry goes down into that soup and soaks into there. Also, you can use it, make it without the puff pastry. I'm going to show you both ways to present it. So anyway, y'all, I'm going to step off, get my vegetables chopped up here, my shrimp peeled, and we're going to show you this procedure here. I promise you, if you do this, your family, friend, neighbors will be talking about this soup for years because it's so flavorful, it's rich, and delicious. It's only one step I'm going to eliminate. It's not a major step, and I'm going to tell you why when I get to that step. But other than that, this is going to be flawless shrimp bisque. Old school shrimp bisque. Vlogmas Day 9, just getting started. We'll be right back. All right, y'all, we are back here. Okay, let me remove this thyme. These things that I don't need right now. The tomato paste, the cream, and the shrimp. I don't need that right now. That's coming a little later here down the line. Now, hold on, let me put this right here so it don't fall. Okay, mirepoix. We got our mirepoix. Now, like I told you, mirepoix is usually a 1-2-1 method. It's always carrot, celery, and onion. Anytime you hear mirepoix, that's what they mean. They need finely diced or large diced like I have right here. Usually it's 1 part celery, 1 part carrot, 2 part onion. I deviate from that when I make this because I need more carrots in there because I like what the color, the orange color the carrots give the bisque. So I deviate from that quite a bit. So I probably do 2-1-1 on mine. I do more carrot, but classic mirepoix is 1-2-1. 1 part celery, 1 part carrot, 2 part onions. That's usually classical mirepoix, just letting y'all know. So what I want to do, I want to roast this in the oven. Now, you can do it in a pot and saute these in the pot and get a little caramelization on them. Working in big kitchens, what we do, when we make bisque in the big kitchens where I retired from, we make 20, 30 gallons of this stuff. So we're not gonna make it in a pot or a big rondo. We'll put them in a big pan and put them all in the oven and roast them like that on about 375 degrees, which is very, very more easier. So what I want to do, put my carrots down first. My carrots need to be near the heat, near the bottom. My heat element's on the bottom. I like for my carrots to be near the heat. Then I'm gonna put my shrimp on here. Shrimp shells. These are shrimp shells that I shell off the shrimp. Very important. The tails, everything. If I had shrimp heads, it would be even better for this if you had shrimp heads. Okay, put my celery next. Make sure it's spread even. It's very important that it's evenly, where it can cook even. Okay. Now, that's it. We're going to put this in the oven probably around 35, 40 minutes, y'all. I want to get a nice color on them. Hold on, y'all, just a second. Just a second here. I'm going to put a little oil on here. That's going to kind of help it, get going there. Okay. Now, you can put your herbs on here too, your thyme, but I'm going to put my thyme right at the end. Not at the end, but when I put it in the pot, I'm going to put the thyme on there. So everybody clear here. Mirepoix shrimp shells. Roast them in the oven, or you can roast them in your pot. I'm going to show you the procedure I do. You can do them in the pot, there's no problem. When we take them out of the oven, we're going to put them in the pot, and then we're going to get started on this. And remember, it's 1, 2, 1. Now, I use more carrots, so I do 1 part onion, 1 part celery, 2 part carrots. But the classical mirepoix is 1 part celery, 1 part carrots, and 2 part onion. So anyway, y'all, we're going to put this in the oven. I'll be back when they're nice and just like doing turkey style, y'all. You want to roast these bones, roast these vegetables, get this thing moving. Get all that stuff coming. You don't have to peel the carrots either, also. But we're going to puree all this at the end, y'all, and strain everything. It's going to happen. I'm telling you, I'm just so excited about this to show y'all this. So anyway, y'all, we'll be right back. All right, y'all, we are back. See this, y'all? This is what you want. See them vegetables nice and caramelized there? That's what I want. The shrimp here is nice and crispy, totally dried out. That's what you want. Now, what we're gonna do, we're gonna move over here to the pot here, and we're gonna put these in the pot. Very careful here, y'all. You don't want to lose none of this flavor. It's all flavor. Got a shrimp overboard. One down in there. Oh my God. I'll get it out from in there in just a second here. Just a second. Very careful here, y'all. Okay. That's all flavor right here, y'all. See that? Don't like that shrimp down in here, y'all. Hold on here. I'll get it out there in a minute. I'll definitely get it out there. Okay. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to cut this pot on. And we're going to add some tomato paste to this. Now, like I say, you could have did this in the pot, but I like to do it in the oven. Number one, it's not going to burn up as quick. And it's a lazy way of doing it, y'all, and it works every time. Only thing I don't do, what I've got to do, is add the tomato paste to it while it's roasting, which you can do that too in the oven. But it tends to make it bitter. If the tomato paste burn or get too dark, you're going to have a bitter taste. To make sure that don't happen, I'm going to add the tomato paste after it comes out the oven. Now, the tomato paste is going to do 2 things. It's going to, of course, give it a more deeper color, and it's going to make it thicker. Now, I'm still going to have to add some roux to this at the end, but tomato paste is going to give it some thickness. So we're going to put some tomato paste in there. We're going to kind of move it around here and make that tomato paste come alive. Okay. Like I say, y'all, this is the process. Nice caramelized vegetables in there. This is going to be all flavor right here, y'all. We did it. recap what we did. We roasted the vegetables and shrimp shells in the oven about 30 minutes until they got nice and caramelized. Now after I get this kind of cooked down here, we're gonna add some shrimp stock to this, and we're gonna let this simmer almost 45 minutes, y'all, very low. I'm telling y'all, this is gonna take a couple hours to make, but I'm telling y'all, this is definitely gonna be worth it. Okay, see, I got the tomato paste, need to be completely incorporated in there. You don't want a lot. I got the recipe in the description of the video, y'all, so exactly what I'm doing. See that? Definitely what you want right there. A little bit more tomato paste. Y'all just put it all in there. It ain't gonna hurt it. I'm gonna make a big pot of this and freeze it. Anytime I need some tomato, anytime I need some bisque. Yeah, me some shrimp bisque, y'all. Let's get all that in there, y'all. There we go. All in there. And let that kind of cook a little. We're gonna let that cook maybe 5 minutes. Let the tomato paste kind of get into the vegetables. Oh yeah, this smells amazing already, y'all. You know, absolutely amazing. So we're gonna get all the tomato juice all mixed up in there. Okay, now, next step, I got some shrimp stock here. I'm gonna pour in here. All this is shrimp, water right now, and shrimp base. Let's put a little bit more in here. If you don't have shrimp stock, get you some shrimp. It's very important. You must be shrimp stock. You just can't use water. You can't use chicken stock. It must be shrimp stock if you want the full. We're gonna fill this all the way up, y'all. All the way up, because this thing has to simmer for about 45 minutes. Get all this stuff off the sides here. Oh, you ain't getting out of there. Get back in there. Get all that off the sides. Oh, yeah. So you already got that nice red color. That's what the tomato paste does to it. And then when I add the cream, it's going to make sure that it's going to balance the color off. So don't worry about that color. Like, oh, it's deep red. Don't worry about that. That's going to come off. Once I add my cream, I still got to add cream to this later on down the line. See that pretty color there? It smells amazing. But like I was saying, if you ain't got no shrimp stock, the store have shrimp base. Where you see the chicken base and all that. Get you some beef base. They have shrimp over there. You probably never noticed it. So you're going to put some of that in and make your own. I don't keep shrimp stock on hand because I don't use a lot of shrimp stock. Like a lot of people don't use a lot of shrimp fish stock or shrimp stock on hand. Okay, y'all. Like I say, we want this to simmer minimum 45 minutes. I might let this go an hour. Just let it slow simmer, just like when you're making turkey stock. Of course, we're not going to go 4 hours with it. 1 hour is enough, max, I think. And one more thing I need to do here. Y'all sit tight. Sit tight there. Okay. Now see this thyme here? I need to put this thyme in here. But I don't want to just throw this thyme. See this thyme? I don't want to just throw that in there. Because later on I'm going to puree this. And I don't want to be trying to fish out the thyme. And I don't want to puree the stems up. So what I'll do, I'm going to take it. Tie a string around it. Just a second here, y'all. I know I'm off camera doing this. Hold on just a second. What I do, y'all, take it, put on the string there. Lay the string right here on the side. Make sure it don't catch on fire. I like to put the string in front of me where I can kind of see it. And let it kind of cook like that in there on the string. So when it's done, all I got to do is pull the thyme out right there on the string. And I'm going to show y'all later when I puree this up. with the blender. So anyway, y'all, I'm gonna let this simmer. I'm gonna put the lid back on it here. Just like that. And let it simmer. I'm gonna cut the fire down just a little. Once it comes to a boil, then I'll, you know, common sense. When it comes to a boil, then you turn the fire down and let it simmer. 1 hour, at the most, 30, 45 minutes at the least. We'll be right back when it comes to a simmer. We'll be right back. All right, y'all, we are back here. All right, y'all. This here has pretty much come to a boil, and I'm gonna let it simmer for about 1 hour. See this? It's gonna reduce about 1/4 of the way. It's gonna reduce. I need to reduce down. Got my herbs in there, and it's gonna really, really cook down. It smells absolutely amazing. Now, while it's doing that, y'all, I got a pot here in the back. Show y'all. See that little pot back there? What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put some heavy cream in here, and I'm not gonna cut it on right now, the cream. But later on, when this is almost where it's done reducing, I want to heat this cream up. And I'm going to add this cream to this pot. But I want the cream to be hot, at least warm. I'm not going to add cold cream to this hot soup. Because if I do, it has a tendency to separate, y'all. And I definitely don't want to do that. So we're going to put that much cream in there. And I don't want to do that. I do not want to mess it up. So you want to add warm cream. Now, you don't have to be boiling hot, but warm, heavy cream to this. That's what's going to give it that nice, creamy body later on. So we're going to let this hang out back here. And when this is almost, see how that's simmering, y'all? See how that's simmering right there? And we don't want to add heavy cream to this and have it separate. So I'm going to add it hot to hot. I'm going to talk you through that. And another procedure that I did not do, and you can do it yourself in this classical way of doing it. When I took this out of the oven, y'all, remember I added tomato paste to it and was stirring the tomato paste in? You can flame this with armagnac or cognac, and it's supposed to me, it doesn't give it a lot of flavor, but that's the classic way to do it. You put about 1/4 of a cup of armagnac or cognac in there, and you flame it. You hit a flame to it, and you burn all the alcohol off, and then you add your stock to that. That's a step I did not do. But that's a classical way of doing. You want to flame your vegetables and tomato paste and your shrimps and all that right before you add your stock to that. And they're supposed to give it an extra flavor. It does give it a little flavor, but I'm not a big alcohol fan. I don't like really alcohol in my food. So that's just my preference. But if you want to do that, I'm going to put that in the recipe too, that you can do that. Now you can omit that step, but I'm going to actually add that into the recipe so y'all will know. Because I want it to be actual real, I want to get you the real flavor of shrimp bisque like you would get at a fine dining restaurant, like you would go to Joe Robison's restaurant in the MGM Grand, which is an average check is about $500. That's one of the best restaurants in Vegas. If you're ever in Vegas, you really got a pocketbook that's kind of extra. You hit one of them slot machines a little extra. Go to Joe Robison's restaurant. It's 5-star Michelin star restaurant in the MGM Grand. That's one of the best eating experiences I ever experienced in Las Vegas. But like I say, it's per person, it's about $400 to $500 per person average check if you really, really eat good. And it's one of the best eating experiences I ever experienced. So anyway, y'all, we will be right back here in about probably about 45 minutes, and I'll show you the next procedure of this. We'll be right back. All right, y'all, we are back here. Okay, let me open this pot here. Now, we can get down to some serious business. And see how this is reduced, y'all. One thing I'm going to do, I'm going to remove the thyme out of here. Get it out the way. I don't need it anymore. Now, see how this reduced about 1/4 of the way? That's exactly what I wanted to happen. Now, I got my cream back there heating up. See that heavy cream? I told you I wanted you to have it hot. It's very important. Now, all I'm going to do, y'all, I'm going to add this cream to this. A little at a time, y'all. A little at a time here. Just going to give it a nice color. Nice bisque color. A little bit more. There we go. See how it makes that color? Look like a bisque. We're looking like a bisque now, huh? Now what we want to do, y'all, we got our old-fashioned roux. Now, a classical way that you can do this, another way you can thicken this, if you want to go really, really fancy, you can thicken this with risotto or rice. You can put rice in here, risotto, and put that in there, let the rice and risotto cook down, and then puree it up like I'm going to do it here in a minute. That's another way, classical way you can do it. But I'm going to do it the way we do it at my job. Give me 1 second, y'all. I gotta get my other pot here. When we strain this, I gotta have my pot ready for it. Okay, let me get my strainer here. Okay, now we're gonna tighten this up with roux, y'all. Y'all know my roux that I keep in the refrigerator all the time. Let me change my weapons here. Now we're gonna put some roux in here and let this kind of thicken up. I don't want it too thick and you don't want it too thin either. Very important. And I'm gonna get that going, and then we're gonna do something else before I really get the final strength of the roux. I really want to get some kind of a thickness to it here. Make sure that roux is fully incorporated in there. Okay, now that just give me a little stability. I'm gonna add some more roux to it in just a second. But what I need to do now, we're gonna puree this up. Now, if you got a blender, that's fine. Use a blender, but I got a stick blender here. That's one of the best tools in the kitchen. I'm gonna turn this off for just a second. And I got an immersion, we call it immersion blender. And I'm gonna blend this up, y'all. I'm gonna blend all that shells and all that up. Because after we blend it, we're gonna strain this. But you wanna blend it really, really good, y'all. All that flavor in there, y'all. Get it blended really good. That should do it. Put this away here. Put that right in there. Hold on, y'all. Let me take this off of here. Throw that in there. Okay. Now, y'all still with me? Or y'all don't went to sleep back there. Now I want to check my thickness again. I want to thicken it just a little bit more, not much. I'm almost to the thickness I wanted. Turn it back on. And that's about all the roux I'm gonna need in here, y'all. Then I'll be through and ready to strain it. We gotta strain it. Because we're not gonna eat the shells and the vegetables all messed up in there. We're gonna strain it. It's gonna be very, very smooth. So I'm gonna make sure all this roux, and then I wanna cook this roux out of here. So I'm gonna let this simmer about 5 minutes. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna step off here, y'all, about 5 minutes. Let this simmer, and we'll be right back. All right, y'all, we're back here. Okay, now, I'm gonna turn this off. I got pretty much to the thickness I want this. Now, we're gonna strain this, y'all. I'm gonna show you exactly what I'm gonna do. 1 second here. Let me get organized. Get organized here. We're gonna move y'all over here. Got my straining section set up. Now, if you don't have one of these strainers, give me 1 second, y'all. Put this right here. Turn this way. If y'all don't have, hold on, y'all. Quit hitting the tripod, Kenneth. That's a Kenneth move. When I hit the tripod, that's Kenneth, y'all. Okay, Now, if you don't have one of these strainers here, this is called a chimois. It's a fine mesh strainer. I've been had this for years, maybe 20 years, y'all. Get you a cheesecloth, that'll work. But you must be fine mesh strainer to do what I'm about to do. So all I'm gonna do, take this, I'm gonna show y'all a little of it, and then I'll step out and finish this, because I ain't gonna stand here and show y'all how to strain those soup on the video. I'm gonna show y'all a little here, get it full up to capacity here. I'm gonna show y'all here. Put that in there. What I do, I take my spoon, y'all, and kind of get the spoon here. See how all that goodness coming out of there, nice and smooth. Then I'm gonna discharge all the waste that's in the. It's gonna take a little bit. It's gonna take me about maybe about 5, 10, probably 10 minutes to get this all strained off. Then we'll come back and I'm gonna show y'all what I have at the end. But it's very important. We want to strain all them shells and all that while using a fine mesh. That's why I say this is classical shrimp bisque. And you do the same if you're making crab bisque, you're making lobster bisque, the same procedure, y'all. Same procedure, just like this. So I'm gonna step off here, y'all. Get this strained up. Hook that on there like that. Get this strained up, and we're gonna go to the next step. Couple more things we need to do, because we need to season this. I ain't put no salt and pepper, nothing in it. So we'll be right back. All right, y'all, we are back. Let me show y'all here. Let me turn it on back here, because I gotta put one more thing to this. Look at this, y'all. See that? See that nice, smooth bisque? Look at that. Now I'm gonna tighten it just a little more, y'all. Let me turn the fire on here. I'm gonna tighten it up just a little bit more, not much. I want it to be a little bit thicker. So I'm gonna put a little bit more roux in here, and that'll just about do it on this. And then we're gonna season it with salt and pepper. Cause the bisque is not supposed to be heavy, it's not supposed to be thick, it's not supposed to be too thin, it's a thin layer. Cook it just a little. I don't want to be too thick or too thin. And while that's cooking, we will add our salt and pepper to this. You remember, a little at a time, y'all, because that base has salt in it too. Move y'all. I'm kicking y'all. I'm telling you, I'm just kicking y'all around today. Okay. Just taste this and give it a little taste here. A little bit more salt and pepper. And I want it to be a little thicker. Need a little bit more roux in this, y'all. A little bit more roux. This stuff is so flavorful, y'all. It just screams flavor. Screams flavor. Okay, let me taste it again here. Oh my God, y'all. A little bit more salt and pepper. That should do it there. Now, I'm gonna bring this back up to heat and let it get a little bit thicker. Because what I'm about to do, I'm gonna do it two ways. En croûte means French with wrapped in pastry. And I'm gonna do it regular in the bowl. Now I got my shrimp here that I already cut up, cut it in half, cleaned and veined it, cut it in half. But I'm not gonna dump the shrimp in here. You can do that if you want to, but I'm gonna show you a classical way that we do it. Two ways you can eat it. I'm gonna show you a classical way I absolutely love to eat it. So I'm gonna get this a little thick, just a little bit thicker here. Get another spoon here. Oh my God, y'all, this is so good. If you like shrimp bisque, definitely gonna love this. The flavor of the shrimp, that's the roasting the shrimp shells and the vegetable shells. And that's why it just brings out the flavor. And people wonder why shrimp bisque, lobster bisque, all that so expensive. Because if you make it right, I'm just what I say, I don't sugarcoat it. It's a lot of steps to it. It's nothing you just gonna come in the kitchen and throw together really, really quick, because you gotta roast it. Just like when I made my turkey stock. It wasn't an easy step, but the end result is worth all the work you put into it. And this definitely is. Let's see if I get enough thickness to this, y'all. Let me get my ladle again here. I need it slightly more thick, a little bit more. Like I say, you don't want the bisque thick, but you don't want it thin either. Oh yeah. Now also you can put a little, if you want to, you can put a little cayenne. A lot of people put cayenne, a little bit of cayenne to give you that little kick in the back of your throat when you're eating it. This is the thickness I think I want here, y'all. Let's try it again. Oh yeah, that's the thickness I want. See that? That's the thickness you want in this soup. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, we're gonna cook this about 2 more minutes. And I'm gonna step off and I'm gonna get set up and I'm gonna show you how I do the classical way, how I do this, how I absolutely love eating this. I'm gonna make an uncroute. And which thing will be finished. Y'all know that's just the longest video I ever had in my life. Yeah, but it's worth it. So anyway, y'all, we'll be right back. Once we come back, I'm gonna show you how I put this together. We'll be right back. All right, y'all, we back here. Okay, y'all, the soup is ready. Now, I'm going to show you how I like to serve this and fix it. I'm not through with this. See that nice? That's what you want, y'all. See that nice bisque? That's the consistency you want on your bisque. Not too thick, not too skin. It's nice and smooth and very flavorful, pretty color. That's what you want. Okay, we're going to move y'all over here. I'm telling y'all, I'm going to teach y'all some things. Y'all going to be making lobster, crab, and shrimp bisque, y'all, before it's all over with. Okay, I got that there. Now, I got some little puff pastry tops here. I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do with them. First, I'm gonna do a little egg wash and go around the outside of them. You'll see why here in a second. Go around the edges with them. Just around the edges. Now, I got some cups here. These cups here, I'm gonna put some shrimp in here, and I'm gonna put the shrimp in here raw because it's gonna cook. The shrimp, of course, you know it don't take but a second to cook shrimp. I don't want the shrimp to be tough. That's why I'm putting them in here raw, because I'm about to put this in the oven. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get a cup here, put the bisque in here, not too much, not too little. Enough in here. Right, we'll clean them cups off in just a second. There we go. Y'all with me here? Y'all with me? Somebody sleeping in the back. Somebody sleeping in the back. Probably Kenneth. Kenneth, wake up. Janet, wake up. Gina, wake up. I'm just calling people I'm used to, y'all. Okay, now let me move this soup over. Give me a little room here. And all we're gonna do, y'all, we're gonna put that puff pastry right on top. Hold on, y'all, let me get some room going here. I'm gonna flip that right over here on this cup here. Just like that. Just like that. And another one here. And this is just regular puff pastry, y'all, not pie dough. Puff pastry. Puff pastry looks so much better on this. Make sure, like I say, y'all, put egg wash on there so it kind of stick to the bowl. And a lot of time when you order shrimp bisque in the restaurant, it can come uncroute or it'll come with some fleurons, which is puff pastry on the side. You know, kind of, you know, dip in the soup. This one on there. Alrighty. Now, what we're gonna do, get the egg wash here, put it on top here. So it make sure it be nice and pretty when it come out the oven. We're gonna put the oven on 375 degrees. It's gonna take about 15-20 minutes to cook, because you know you're cooking the shrimp in there. The soup of course is already ready, but you're definitely cooking the shrimp in there, which ain't gonna take long. Shrimp probably already cooked with that hot bisque. Okay. All right, y'all see that? Simple, huh? Put it in the oven, 375 degrees. When we come back, we're gonna have some nice, about time to finish this video. Shrimp bisque en croûte. We'll be right back. All right, you are back, y'all. The soup is out the oven. A bisque, it is a soup. It's out the oven here. And see how you got the nice puff pastry? This is why I like to eat mine. What you call it, en croûte. So, yeah. So anyway, y'all, I'm gonna step off here, do that world famous super YouTube thumbnail, and I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna show you 3 ways today you can get this presented to you at a restaurant. Some people have had this, some people haven't. And I want to kind of show y'all the different ways you get it presented to you. I love all bisque. I love lobster's my favorite, shrimp is second, and then crab. I like anything bisque, and I love it when it come en croûte like this, with some puff pastry on the side. Sometimes they do fleurons, different shapes, or give you a puff pastry stick, kind of dip in the bisque. It's absolutely amazing. So anyway, I'm gonna step off. I'll be right back. I promise you, we're gonna close this video out when we come back. So I know y'all probably bored, like, Jeff, are you talking too much, showing too many steps? I'm sorry, y'all. I just want y'all to be fancy for Christmas. We'll be right back. Okay, y'all, we back for the final time. Okay, y'all, I showed y'all a few ways you can get this served in the restaurant. Now, they can get a bowl of it, which is going to be more costly. You can get it served in a cup. See that? That'll cost you probably about, this cup of bisque probably costs you about $12 to $15 in the restaurant. A bowl like this, with a little bit more on it, costs you 20, 25 bucks. En croûte right there probably costs you 12, 15 bucks as an appetizer. And you can make it all at home. I made this, the shrimp cost me, shrimp was a little bit under $10 a pound. So $10 plus the vegetables and all that, another $4 or $5. So we say $20. I got enough soup here for at least 10 people for 20 bucks. So it costs you what, $1 a person? You make it at home? I'm telling y'all, that's why I tell people, sometimes you just gotta bite the bullet and you can make nice items in your home. It just take a little bit more work, and I got soup to put in the freezer. Enough talking. Now, I know I like it like this, I like it in the bowl, but this is my favorite right here, en croûte, y'all. I love this because what it is, the puff pastry just soaks into that. I just bust in it like this, y'all. Let that heat, see that heat there? Look at that. And I go in there, I love it like this, y'all. Don't judge me, y'all. I go in there and try to find that shrimp that's in there, it's fully cooked. The shrimp's fully cooked, and I put it in there raw. Of course, you know, people go, oh, this shrimp ain't cooked. Somebody gonna say that. No shrimp takes 2 minutes to cook. And it's been in the oven 20 minutes. I'm trying to find me some of that dough to go on there, y'all. Hold on, y'all. There we go. Give me a good bite. Look at that. And this thing is excruciating hot too, y'all. That's where you eat a bisque. It's gotta be hot like this. Okay, hold on. And let it cool just a little. And we going in here. We're definitely going in here. It's out the way, y'all. All right, here we go. Oh wow, y'all. This soup is so smooth. See how smooth that soup is. It's not thick, not too thin. That's why it's called a bisque. Very elegant soup. The shrimp is perfectly cooked because I put it in there raw. If I had to put that shrimp in there while it was cooked, y'all, that's what I like to do, y'all. When I get there, that pastry that be over the top, I put it in there. Don't judge me how I eat my bisque soup. And let it soak into that bisque. Oh my God, y'all. Have you ever had puff pastry, all that buttery puff pastry, into a rich soup like a bisque? If you never had that, I'm telling you, you don't know what you're missing out. Oh my God. I'm telling y'all, this is one of my pet peeves. especially when it comes to classic things. I watch a lot of YouTubers that tell people the wrong way of making certain things, and this is one of my pet peeves here. Because the bisque, a lot of people probably don't like bisque, but they haven't had it cooked the proper way. I've seen people just dump stock, cream, tomato paste in the pot, let it boil, thicken up with some roux, and wow, we got bisque. You have to take the method, roast your bones, not your bones, but your shells, vegetables, and then get your stock and simmer it for at least an hour. And then put your cream in there while it's hot, flavor it up. I'm telling y'all. I'm telling y'all, one of my favorite soups. Well, anyway, y'all, let me close the video out. Because I'm telling you, I'm going to finish this soup. And don't judge me. I got 3 more over here. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I know what I'm going to do with them. I'm going to warm them back up later on. There's not a lot of soup. One more bite, y'all, and close this out. And find me a shrimp in there. See that shrimp in there, y'all? That shrimp in there perfectly cooked. Nice and tender. All right. I'm closing out for sure now. If you like this video, please share, please comment, please subscribe. Please follow my other social media accounts: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch TV, Pinterest, and oldschoolsoulfood.com. Remember the hashtag 2022, helping others with a purpose. Old School Soul Food. Till next time, have a blessed Old School Soul Food day. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Vlogmas Day 9, done.